Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Anne of Anne Ita Clothing. I've been receiving messages, people asking if I'm the same person as Rock and Roll, and I would like to clarify that yes, this is the same person as Rock and Roll. I only changed the name from Rock and Roll to Anne Ita Clothing due to some unresolved issues. But I'm the same person as Rock and Roll, but I no longer bear Rock and Roll. It is now Anne Ita Clothing. So if you've been searching for Rock and Roll and you couldn't find it, just put Anne Ita Clothing and you locate me anywhere on any of the social media platforms. So today we'll be making a tutorial on bubble hem dress, bubble hem skirt, sorry. You can either make a bubble hem dress or a bubble hem skirt. You use the same process to achieve your end result. If you are new to this channel, please do well to subscribe. On this channel, I post tutorials on how to make cute dresses for little girls, and I also post tutorials on how to make some outfits for adults. Without wasting much time, let's go into the tutorial. For this project, I'll be using this animal print Ankara. Lining and a waistband. This is an elastic waistband. To make this bubble hem skirt, you can either use half circle, full circle, or you use a straight cut fabric like this. So I'll be folding my fabric into two like this. I have the length of this fabric about 3 times the actual waist circumference of the person wearing this skirt, and the length of the skirt is 14, but I have here 16 because it's bubble hem. I'll put this aside. I'll be cutting half circle on this lining. Now for the half circle, because I'm using elastic waistband, I won't be cutting my radius using the actual waist measurement of the wearer. So I'll be adding a couple of inches to the actual waist measurement of the wearer before I go ahead to cut. Since I'm cutting on half circle, I'll be dividing the circumference by 3.14, and I need length. The length of this Ankara is 16. I need 14 inches of this lining. So I took off 2 inches from the Ankara, and I'll be cutting 14 inches from this lining. If you're still here and you're finding this tutorial helpful, please support this channel by giving it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. You can also leave your questions, your thank yous, your words of encouragement in the comment section, and I'll be happy to answer any question you probably may have. This is the half circle skirt. I'll fold it into two and notch the waist and the bottom. Fold it into two again. Then notch the waist and the bottom. On this Ankara, I'll be doing the same thing. Fold it into two like this, like so. Then I'll notch the waist and the bottom. The reason why I'm notching it is so that I have equal gathers at the top and at the bottom. So I folded it into 4 and I notched the top and the bottom so that I can have equal gathers. So the next thing I'll be doing now is to pin the notches. So I'll just use pin to hold it on the 4 points that I notched. So I'll hold it like this. And the last one. So I'll take it to my machine and sew it all the way to the end, then turn it over. because this is shorter than this, I'll turn it over and pull it up to align with the waistline. So for now, I'll just take it to my machine and sew it all the way to the end. After sewing the bottom, I'll fold it over because the bottom of this lining was wider than what I had to pleat it. So I'll fold it over and do the gathers around the waist. Fold it over like this, and I'll be pinning this. Pin this, look for the notched area and pin it to this side. Now on this excess, I'll pleat it or gather it around the waist, and I'll do the same until for the entire waist circumference. So just align the notches together and gather the fabric on the lining. You can either gather or you pleat, but I'll be doing gathers. So I'll gather it until I gather through the entire waist circumference of the skirt, and this is how it's supposed to look like. You see the bubble is already forming at the bottom. So if you want it very voluminous, make sure that your fabric is much more than the lining. Here, because I'm utilizing this fabric for this lining, it's just a straight sewing. So you can either make it straight sewing or you gather the bottom as well. So when you have excess fabric that is much more than the lining, you gather both the bottom and the waist. But for this skirt, and for the purpose of this tutorial, I'll be gathering just the waist, but I've sewn the bottom of the skirt and I've created the bubble at the bottom. So by the time I do the gathers around the waist, I'll bring it and show you what it's looking like. But before I do that, I'll join the sides together, turn it this way. I'll join this side to this side. I'm doing this because I'm not using a zipper, I'm using elastic waistband. So I'll just join the sides from the lining all the way down to the end of this fabric. Then I'll turn it over and bring for you to see what's next. After joining the sides of this skirt, I'll fold this over and bring it up to the waist. So I'll be turning this, bringing it up to the waist like this, and I'll be aligning the notches side seam to side seam and pin. So I'll just take this to my machine, gather around the waist. I've gathered the waist. This is how it looks in the inside. I'm almost done with the skirts, so I'll be using this elastic band for the waist. I'll be using this elastic band for the waist. So I'll just use zigzag to join the elastic band together and sew it onto the waist. I'll put this skirt on a mannequin or have my daughter wear it and show you the final result. This is what the end result looks like. Very playful, classy, and chic. If you'd like to see more of my tutorial videos, please support this channel by liking, subscribing, share, and leave a comment in this comment section. Thank you for watching. Bye until next time.